First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Hey, 551, 551.
Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go. All right.
First carry for Najee Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You look at this Bears defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you...
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Fields steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. And it's second down. You look at this Bears defense, and they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Harris running straight ahead. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes third down and 7.
Yep. Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Williams. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Now they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the... Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Check smash. Check smash. Let go.
Swift going to try up the middle. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Bears at 1-6 now. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that you're open week comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This 2nd and 4.
Hand the string. Hand ready. Hot go.
Moore, the man in motion. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Street. Set go. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the sideline, intercept. The ball comes out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll give it to Odunze on the jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Hurt. 19, Tiger, 19.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Go, Reed, go. Shut up.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Go.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hurt. Here we go, set. Hurt.
Swift And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Santos' kick is up and through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
From his end zone, Wilson. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go. West right fit. Go.
To throw is Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Fields going to change things up here.
Here we go, son. You got a mini base. Hey, Ken. Right.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now that 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs.
Easy.
Fields throwing again. eluding the pressure right. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's Fields. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So still a little bit of time following the made field goal, but we are tied as the kick's away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Hey.
Throwing is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On play action, here's Williams. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Williams. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
11. Right.
Back to throw. Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Edwards gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that
11.
sack.
Here we go, son. Mayday. Hey, never mind. Monday. Go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. But Charles, in a tie game, you always wonder who's going to be making the big plays. Right now, it's not the offensive players. We're seeing these defenses step up and take control. Both of the last 2 drives have ended with interceptions.
They are certainly dictating this game, aren't they? Now it's going to come down to which offense can follow their defense's lead and step up in the clutch themselves.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. 19 tight.
To throw, it's Williams. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Ready, go. Warriors 70.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, Fields rolling to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Good. Extend.
Fields now to throw. Quick hitter here is complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. That's complete. Rome Odunze. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun, here's Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Swift. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 80 yards rushing for him now to this point.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
To the air, Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now it's Swift. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Pushes him over. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Go, Chuck. Ready? Right.
Off play action. Fields. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield. facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down. Here's Fields. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
Here we go. Right.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Let's go. Big Lion. Ready.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. He's got Pickens. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Oh, man, that could wind up being the key play of the ball game right there. Defensively here, you know they've got no timeouts. You've got to keep them away from the sidelines. Here, not only do they get the big yardage, but they get out of bounds as well.
Now Fields. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here now, 2nd and 10 from the 13.
Here we go, son. Right.
Here's Fields. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting
was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Breaks through the contact and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Come 19! Come 19! Ready? Ready?
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this off to Swift. And that, not what they wanted. They lose yards on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Go, Reed! Go! Check! Hurt! Set go! Set go!
Operating from the gun, Williams. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. First throw in overtime by Fields. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Here we go. Hey, 10. Go.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And fights through one man. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. We'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Throwing is Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Here's Williams. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
From the gun, here's Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This to win it in overtime. And he missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. This is Swift on the counter. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 2nd down and 8. Now a carry for Swift. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready, go.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Back to throw. Williams. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, certainly this defense knew that a field goal would beat them, and in this football game, they came up with a gigantic interception right there, CD.
Maybe not a surprise to either one of us because both of these defenses have been dominant throughout this game. Right now, if you're playing on offense, you're just hoping that they make a mistake on the other side and you can capitalize on it because making headway has been really difficult all game long.
Here we go.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And that won't help much. Only a yard on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go. All right.
Out of the gun, Fields. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
They'll run right here with Swift.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Bears, they snap out of their doldrums and improve to 2-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.